Good morning, everybody. Neil, Charger Mopar, thank you for being here and moderating. You guys are awesome. Today we've got a story about lab-grown meat. I've been against it forever, but I was first turned on to this by Riverside Homestead. He's always got some good content over there, and he was talking about how the USDA came out and gave this the green light at the same time when everybody was looking at the submarine that imploded under the ocean, when they were looking at the Titanic. Remember that? Well, he made that correlation with these two stories, and I thought it was interesting, so I looked at it for myself. And I've got 4 restaurants that I'm going to talk about in a minute that are interested in implementing these fake meats that, in my opinion, will probably make a lot of people sick. I actually went down the nutrition rabbit hole when my wife got sick with lupus. A lot of you guys know that. So I'm real careful what we put into our bodies. And I will not be eating lab-grown meat. What the globalists want me to do as far as eating crickets and things that probably should not be eaten, I'm not going to do it. You know? And this is funny because this lab-grown meat is supposed to be environmentally friendly. Turns out it's the opposite. You know, if you're into cow farts warming the climate or changing the climate, every time we turn around, you know, if something doesn't work right, it's the climate. All these migrants coming across the border is probably because of the climate. You know, if you listen to them, that's what they say. Well, let me get into it. This is off the Daily Skeptic. I've got a couple of articles here, and they pretty much say the same thing. But there are some differences. Lab-grown meat was once seen as a solution to save the planet. A recent study from the University of California found that lab-grown meat requires pharmaceutical grade production. So, they're creating this meat from cells. They put these cells in a big vat, it's called a bioreactor, 200 liters, a big 200-liter stainless steel tank. And they can grow 1 chicken in 2 weeks, 1,000 chicken in 2 weeks, or 100,000 chickens in 2 weeks. You know? So they can grow a lot fast. But the problem is these pesky endotoxins. That's what they're talking about, the pharmaceutical grade production, which is significantly more environmentally insensitive. Lab-grown meat needs to remove endotoxins from culture mix, a substance that can reduce human IVF pregnancy success rates. So, you know, we're right out of the gate, we're looking at some fertility problems. And doesn't that go hand in hand with these globalists? You know, I found it very strange that when Billy G came out and he said, you know, how we can fight depopulation is to have a healthier population. Now, does that make any sense to anybody? No. I would not think so. Put in the comments if you think I'm wrong. That's what he said. The study suggests that cultured meat is not inherently better for the environment. I'm going to skip down because down here it says it's 25 times worse for the environment than natural pasture-raised cattle retail beef. The study analyzed that the CO2 emissions from the purification process in lab-grown meat is found that its global warming potential is significantly higher than traditional beef. The animal cell growth medium used in lab-grown meat is identified as a major driver of environmental impact. Endotoxins. I want to talk about endotoxins just for a second. Endotoxins are produced by certain types of bacteria. I had to go look all this stuff up. They are a component of outer membrane of the bacteria cell wall and are released when the bacteria are damaged or destroyed. If you want to really go down the rabbit hole of cancer, look at what happens when you disturb or burn carcinogen disrupt protein. Endotoxins can cause harmful effects in humans, animals, including fever, inflammation, in severe cases, septic shock. In the context of lab-grown meat production, the purification process aims to remove these endotoxins to ensure safety, so our population can get smaller. All right, so investing in scaling lab-grown meat. This had to do with BlackRock and Vanguard investing in the lab-grown meat. You know, that was supposed to be the thing to do. And one more thing was, I'm trying to go through several articles here to give you the hot spots. No conclusive study or evidence exists that lab-grown meat presents any health issues. That's the article now. I need you to do the research for yourself. Check out endotoxins. And here's the 4 restaurants that was promised in the title. So you got to be careful what you're putting in your body, guys. While there are currently no fast food chains that have been implementing straight lab-grown meat, these 4 are interested. KFC. KFC has partnered with Russian biotech company 3D Printing Solutions to explore the possibility of creating lab-grown chicken nuggets. That's crazy, and supposedly you can't tell the difference. So you could be eating this stuff and not even know it. McDonald's announced a partnership with Beyond Meat, a plant-based meat company, to develop plant-based burger called the McPlant. So the next time you go to Make Me Sick to get you some chicken nuggets or something, be careful, because the USDA signed off on this. That's the most incredible thing. That's the biggest takeaway. I'm tired of being an experiment for these few, the people that want it all and want you to have nothing, and rent everything, and all these crazy talk. It's constant. It's not lab-grown meat that they're interested in. It's actually the Beyond Meat. I want to make this plant-based stuff, which is not any better. You should check that out. Now, this one shocked me. Pizza Hut. Number 3 is Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut collaborated with Beyond Meat to launch the Beyond Meat Italian Sausage Pizza and the Great Beyond Pizza, both featuring plant-based meat substitutes. Have we not learned anything from the margarine and butter thing? Margarine was supposed to be better, and it's absolutely horrible. Or the fake sweeteners, there's a bunch of them, compared to just straight up, sugar, like cane sugar. Look at the differences. I mean, these fake, false things are not good to put in your body. And the last but not least, I did not see this one coming. Subway. Subway has expressed its interest in alternative meats and has partnered with companies like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods to test plant-based meat options in its select locations. So I don't know if they have to disclose this. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Tastes great, but the smells, oh my God, that's funny. So these partnerships and collaborations indicate a growing interest among food chains to explore alternative meat options. But guys, this could be coming to a close, considering it's unhealthy for the environment. Or is that not what it's about? Do they not give 2 craps about the environment? Maybe, just maybe, it's about what I say earlier, the reproductive part. All this new technology rolling out that comes in the form of medicine, because we got to vaccinate people so they won't produce as many offspring, and that's how we're going to control the population. This is nuts, but it's part of it. It's part of it. There's going to be a lot of pestilence. There's going to be a lot of food shortages. We're starting to see a multitude of things happening across the globe that's going to affect food in a big, big way. And I've said for a long time, we're going to see other countries. It's going to make you sick when you see how starving they are. And it's only going to get worse. And the thing that's going on in the Netherlands is the Petri dish, you know, a little isolated place that makes a lot of food. Whenever they pull that stunt, look for it somewhere else. And that's the plant-based meat, beyond meat, bioengineered food that's headed our way. I wouldn't eat it, not for a second. Guys, have an awesome, awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Later.